Howdy y'all, it's Chloe, Bartley, and Rhonda. Today we're at Biltmore to immerse ourselves in the festive season and take a look around this 8,000 acre estate. So welcome back to the Harmony Hills family. We're your go-to guides to travel smart and travel wise to the Great Smoky Mountains. We're here to show you all the best spots and insider tips so you can make the most of your journey through these majestic hills. So buckle up, hold on to your hats, and let's make unforgettable memories together.
Hey folks, we're here at Biltmore, just like we said before, and the great thing about it is a beautiful estate. We're here during Christmas time, and we're going to go in, we're going to show you some lights, we're going to show you some food, and we're going to show you a little bit of, I don't know, what are we going to show them, Chloe? Well, we have a whole day planned here, so we're going to go through the house, then we're going to go grab something to eat at their little grab-and-go market, and then we're going to get back in our car, head over to Antler Hill, do a wine tasting, and then eat again. Because you know us, we do like our food here. But now it is freezing out here. We want to show you all of the Christmas lights, so let's get going. Let's go!
Okay y'all, so we kicked off our day with a hearty appetite, so we headed on over to the Stables restaurant. But as you might expect, it's quite popular and there was a 2-hour wait. So we decided to dine at the outdoor Courtyard Marketplace instead. But before we did that, we had to get a little bit warmer. So we headed on inside and took a look at all of the beautiful decorations that they had going on inside of that gift shop. And once we felt like our hands were toasty, we headed outside to get some of that good food that would get us all warm on the inside. We couldn't resist trying the scrumptious chicken salad pita served with a side of crispy chips. This southern-inspired delight was a refreshing and light option, perfect to kickstart our adventure. Now, we needed something warm to ward off that winter chill, and that's when we indulged in the delightful tomato bisque. Served piping hot in a bread bowl, it was the epitome of comfort food with its rich and savory flavors. Now y'all, we didn't travel too far, but for a taste of the Carolinas, we couldn't resist the Carolina style dog. Topped with chili, onions, and coleslaw, this savory delight was a true southern classic. It came with a bag of chips, adding a crispy crunch to each mouth-watering bite. Last but certainly not least, we also savored the Southwest Grain Bowl. A hearty and wholesome choice, this bowl featured long grain and sprouted red and brown rice, sweet potatoes, lentils, and black beans. All this goodness was served on a bed of artisan lettuce and accompanied by some soft pita chips. With our bellies satisfied and our taste buds delighted, we were all set to explore the grandeur of the Biltmore Estate. But don't worry, we'll be sharing more of our adventure with y'all, so stay tuned for the next chapter of our Biltmore experience. Now y'all are in for a wild ride alongside us, so they handed us an audio guide to navigate throughout the house, and our first stop was the enchanting Winter Garden. This breathtaking space serves as the focal point of the house, and it's decorated just as it would have been in 1895 when George and Edith Vanderbilt lived here. Our next destination was the billiard room, where house guests would gather to play dominoes and enjoy a custom oak billiard table. It's a room steeped in history and elegance, and there's even a secret door that we'll tell you about at the end of the tour. Next up, we stepped into the decadent banquet hall, a 7-story high marvel of rich colors and extravagance. Adorned with tapestries from the mid-1500s, this was where the Vanderbilts hosted their elegant dinners, often consisting of up to 10 courses. Imagine the grand feast that took place here. I know if I was living back then, I would have wanted to been invited to one of the Vanderbilt's parties, because look at all of these beautiful decorations and the scrumptious food. My gosh, I think I would have been in heaven. And y'all, I just gotta take a moment and appreciate how beautiful the fireplace is decorated and just how warm and cozy it feels inside of this beautiful banquet hall. The breakfast room is where both breakfast and lunch were served, so if you are a late riser, no worries. The room also showcases some of the most promising artist painting, as George Vanderbilt had a deep appreciation for fine art that is showcased throughout the entire Biltmore House. The next room to take a look at is the salon, as it was intended to be a formal sitting area in the French style. Interestingly, the room was never completed during George Vanderbilt's lifetime, leaving it with a sort of unique story. The music room was also another unfinished area of the house, but it was completed in 1976. During World War II, it played a vital role in history, secretly housing priceless paintings from the National Gallery of Art for safekeeping during the war. Unfortunately, the windy weather closed the loggia on our visit, but during the summer we had the chance to take in the breathtaking views of the Blue Ridge Mountains right from this spot. When you're out there and seeing that view, it is no wonder George Vanderbilt chose this spot to build his 250-room chateau. Now, y'all, we want to make sure that we still had you covered, so we did make sure to take a shot of the winter scene straight from that window. That way you all could understand what that view looks like during Christmas. The tapestry gallery was a sight to behold, adorned with shining Christmas trees and captivating beauty. This room stretches an impressive 90 feet and features 3 tapestries representing charity, faith, and prudence. But enough of me yapping, how about you all take a look around this gallery with some festive Christmas music. Now, let me tell you, the library is a personal favorite of mine. It's colossal and boasts nearly half of George Vanderbilt's 22,000 volume book collection. You could spend a lifetime exploring the knowledge within these walls. And now, as we reach the grand staircase, I'm going to hand it on over to Miss Barley to guide you through the upper floors. So y'all stay tuned for more Southern charm and Biltmore adventures. And don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Well, howdy there, y'all. It's Barley back with you, and we've made our way upstairs to explore them family rooms, starting with the second floor living hall. Now, the Biltmore House was the brainchild of 3 mighty creative folks: George Vanderbilt, architect Richard Hunt, and landscape artist Frederick Olmsted. When we visited, they had some paintings on display that we'd never laid eyes on before. This place, let me tell ya, it's as open as a southern heart, chock full of history and decked out in the most beautiful Christmas finery you ever did see. Next top, folks, it's Mr. Vanderbilt's room. It's decked out with Baroque furniture and painted in warm crimson hues that just scream elegance. Now, here's a little head scratcher for y'all. That bed in there, well, it looked mighty small, but our trusty audio guide set us straight. Turns out, it's just a regular old king-sized bed. It's the grandeur of the room that tricks your eyes, seeing it look smaller than it is. What do y'all think about that optical illusion? Right next door, you've got that oak sitting room. This here space served as a private nook for the Vanderbilt family as they planned their days and hosted lavish shindigs. Now, just look at them ceilings, y'all. We couldn't resist sharing every little detail that makes this house special. Now, could we? Continuing through that oak sitting room, we step right into Miss Vanderbilt's bedroom. This here's the room she first set foot in when she got hitched at the tender age of 25. With purple and gold silk fabrics and that elegant oval shape, it's a sight to behold. But hold on to your hats, cause what really takes the cake is that long walk-in closet, with doors leading to ladies' maid rooms, a bathroom, and of course her fabulous closet. As you make your way out of Miss Vanderbilt's room, there's a few steps to climb where you'll catch a bird's eye view of the banquet hall. Lordy, it's a sight to see up here. Now, let's saunter up another flight of steps to the 3rd floor, where you'll find the print hallway. As you mosey on down that hallway, you'll come across the 3rd floor living halls, also known as the guest hideaways. It's where the fine folks staying in them surrounding rooms would come to read, listen to some good old tunes, and just kick back and relax. And here's a real treat we found at the Biltmore House. A chance to explore the guest rooms connected to the Louis XV suite. Each of these rooms is decked out to the nines, showing off some mighty fine attention to detail. Now, the Louis XV room? Well, that's where Cornelia Vanderbilt was born. The audio guide said the view from this room was something else. But truth be told, we got so caught up in admiring the room itself that we plumb forgot to take a peek outside. Can you believe it? Now, as you step out, don't miss a glimpse of the bathroom. They had themselves some working plumbing in there. Quite the marvel for its time, I reckon. Well, friends, we're gonna head on down the steps now and take you on a little tour of the basement. Mama's gonna keep the adventure rolling, so don't you touch that dial. Y'all stay tuned now.
Now, as we make our way downstairs to the stone hallway, take a gander at that sturdy foundation that supports this entire grand house. It took nearly 2 years to build that foundation and footings, extending down a whopping 29 feet deep. The first room you stumble upon is the Halloween room. Now, here's a fun tidbit for you. When Miss Cornelia Vanderbilt tied the knot with Mr. John Cecil, they spent weeks painting these walls for a New Year's Eve bash. Nobody knew exactly what that theme had in mind, but folks speculated it may have been inspired by Russian folklore. Now, hold on to your hats, because the next room ain't your run-of-the-mill space. It's a bowling alley. Yep, you heard me right. Guests could enjoy one of the nation's very first bowling alleys at a private residence. And get this, there were 2 lanes. As you mosey along this entertainment district, you'll find the dressing rooms. This is where the lady guests could change into the appropriate bathing suits, or as we southern folks like to say, bathing costumes. Get ready to feast your eyes on a 70,000-gallon indoor pool, complete with its original underwater lighting. They say someone once tried to fill it up for a party, but at least there was a leak. So now we get to admire an empty pool. Those ropes you see there, well, they were meant to keep folks from drowning, since not everyone knew how to swim back in those days. And if swimming didn't tickle your fancy, the Vanderbilts had you covered with their gymnasium. Keeping fit and healthy was all the rage, you know. Now, let's take a peek into what life might have been like for most of us back in those times. The servants' domain. We're starting with several various pantries that store all the grub to feed the whole estate. The female servants had their own quarters, while the male staff stayed over yonder in the stables. The main kitchen was the star of the downstairs area. Imagine it bustling up to a dozen kitchen workers, all under the guidance of the head chef. But wait, what really knocked off the socks of everyone touring the house was that magnificent gingerbread house, a replica of the Biltmore House itself. It's one of our favorite moments here. Now, don't overlook that kitchen pantry where both electric and manual dumbwaiters. These gizmos sure make life easier in those bustling kitchen quarters. Next up, we got the servants' dining room. Up to 30 staff members would bustle around in here. And get this, where you sat at the table determined your rank in the house. Talk about seating politics. Now, let's talk laundry, 'cause y'all know we all like to do a little laundry now and then. The main laundry and drying room was a sight to behold, y'all. They had heaps of textiles to wash, from sheets to tablecloths, and they worked late into the evening to get them all cleaned. Things got a tad easier with the addition of an electric drying rack in the adjoining drying room. Now, there are plenty more rooms we didn't get to on this adventure, but we hope this here gave you a peek into the splendor of the Biltmore House. Maybe it's even inspired you to plan a visit for yourself. And as a little gift to y'all, here's a look at the Biltmore House, it all lit up in the candlelight. Ain't it a sight to behold? But hold on tight, 'cause we're not done yet. When we visited in the summer, we took a delightful stroll through the gardens. Here's a sneak peek of that beauty. We hope you enjoyed this little montage. Now, we want to give y'all a big old thank you for watching. Tell us in those comments, what's your favorite room at the Biltmore House? And let's not forget our verse of the week from Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So folks, us here at Harmony Hills wants just to let you know that the Lord will never leave you or forsake you during this time of year. If you've enjoyed this journey as much as we did, don't forget to give that like button a little love. Share this video with your friends and family and subscribe to Harmony Hills for more adventures. Remember, wherever your travels may lead you, keep it in the Harmony Hills spirit. Travel smart, travel wise. Can't wait to see y'all on the flip side of our next grand adventure.